welcome back, and this is a week in a life video. I know I've really forgotten how to do one, it's been so long. And what a cracker to start. Coincidentally starting a week in a life and having a superb day, so maybe I should have brought it back earlier. But not without its problems. So for Manic Monday. So, first job was the dream for pick up and drop off. Picked up in Middlewich, which is down the road, next town down, and took that to Newcastle up on time, to the east of Newcastle. And he's literally ready. It was a box, it was on a crate but it wasn't heavy. Straight on, got there, straight off, signed off. A bit noisy near a busy road. So straight on and off. And within I was 4 minutes dropping on and off and sending a pod and the invoice on the CX. Doesn't get better than that, but next it gets a lot worse before it got better. So wasn't many jobs popping up there, so I was a bit of a risk going up there, because last week for me was pretty quiet everywhere that I went to, and local to me was pretty quiet. So job come up North Shields, I think, so it's 20 odd minutes from me going down to Manchester, so I was like, I'll do. It's near straight after, so that'd been ideal. And it was just said if it's bags of laundry going to a hotel, and it just had 15 bags. So when we got to the pickup, told them about it, and it was it's a drop in Harrogate and a drop in Manchester. So I get going. So I rang the shippers, but I was there 40 minutes waiting around, phone calls, etc. And a lady there trying to figure out what was going on. I kept saying 15 bags. So unless there was another Manchester one that had 15 bags, I don't know. So then she figured it wasn't through the shipper I did the work for. She come back down saying it's with Mr. Shipper A, which was the one that turned up, and he got the job from another company, not the one who gave it me. And they got the job as Harrogate and Manchester, and all the bags. I'm not sure if all the bags added up to 15, which could have been important. So the lady's like, I'm sorry, and the ship hadn't round back at this point, and where I was in the way of this new van loading, because they were meant to be loading. The stuff on it wasn't for me, it wasn't even booked through the shipper who gave me the work. So I had to go off site. I pulled around the corner 5 minutes and the shipper rang back. So I told him, and he goes, not heard this woman. Did you get a name? I was like, sorry, didn't, but another company come to pick it up, and they said they've never heard of you, and said the job was given by another shipper. So you've left side. I was like, no, I had to leave because they told me so. Basically, I was in the way, and obviously the job wasn't for me. But then he was like, well, that means there's still 15 bags there waiting to be picked up. And I was like, I did tell them that 3 times, and the job they had was that one we just spoke about. I wouldn't say arsey a little bit, but I was like, see, you've gone off the job, it's not your job, I'll send another van. I was like, do what you want, I've not done anything wrong. If you want to go in another van, I'm explaining the situation, and there was nothing there. She goes, I'll just send another van. So looked on the feed, nothing else, another job came on the CX from him, the shipper. So who's in the right, who's in the wrong? I had to leave site. They told me the job was for the one that came, and they booked it for. Sorry, who the job was booked for was from another shipper. The van that turned up was the other shipper, and she showed me on a piece of paper, this is who's booked the job, this is the van, and this is where it's going to. And I was obviously showing her what I had, which was 15 bags of laundry going to Manchester. Unless both combined with 15 and someone's got something wrong on the line. So the job never got reposted by him. So you can make your mind up. It didn't get easier. So that finished. He still hasn't cancelled the job on the CX. For whatever reason, I'm not bothered. Leave it on there. And that is, it'll stay on there. So that's not been. He's not cancelled it off even on the CX for me. So something not right about that job. And then a short job come up. It was like 4 mile residential address going to an APC. So I got that, and another job come up Newcastle to Daventry. And you give, this is where, again, this is maybe people are going to go, we shouldn't back another job onto another, which is very true. And I'm incorrect on that in a way. But I had a 35-minute window more, and it was only going to like a small APC, and it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know, franchise out to like a smaller courier company. So, and I was only 5 minutes from the APC to this job to Daventry. So, got there, picked up, and I drove away. I was like, it was like like an iPad, an iPhone, and in separate boxes, and another box, little box. So I'm going to ship it, it's all in separate boxes here. And he kind of put me in a bit of an awkward because he was like, well, have you got a box to put them all in? Because he shouldn't be separate. I was like, I've got another job to pick up, mate. It shouldn't be this hard. It should just be to go and drop it off there, and that's done. So couldn't get a box. But the iPad box was quite big, so I took the inside the iPad box off, wrapped the iPhone up in some tissue and the other bits, and it fitted in very tightly, and it's taped around the side, snug as a bug in a rug. But undue, unneeded pressure. But again, I'm open for criticism, because maybe you shouldn't back another job, and I've always said it, to be fair. Now I've done it, but I think if you know where you're going and know the timescales of there, but I suppose anything can come up. But it was all right. I got there at 4 minutes past 2. It's meant to be there at 2. No issue with the shipper. So all in all, it was okay. But don't back jobs onto each other, because even the most basic job can go wrong. So life lesson for newbies, and even for me. I should know better. So slap on the wrist. But it's all good. So everything worked out right. So then I've been to Daventry, which is where I am now. That was to a logistics centre. It was all loose boxes. And if you have any logistics centres, they're not the most friendly of people 99% of the time. I bring a pallet out. Right. Brought the pallet out, did it. Another 5 minutes waiting next to the pallet before he acknowledged me that I'd done it to sign a POD. But yeah, that was all done. And again, can't go into figures. If people are new to the videos, I used to say roughly what my figures were, but I've been blocked on a couple of people on the CX, so maybe didn't like my videos or like what I was doing. So no more numbers, but it's the money on all the jobs for short wheelbase jobs, small van money, but new and improved small van money because of costs, and short wheelbase jobs, you know, the higher money, what you should be doing to earn some money. So you can do the maths on the miles, and probably want to be top 5 days earnings taken. So, you know, we had a bit of a sticky patch in the middle, partly by myself, partly by a shipper, maybe even by the company I was picking the laundry up from, who knows. So hopefully no repercussions of that, but there you go. So we're in Northampton, the night in Northampton, and then we'll crack on with Tuesday. And appreciate any comments, because like I said, I'm wrong. I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes, and today's probably one of them. Usually if there's a bigger window, you're all right, but since there wasn't a bigger window and it just went wrong, we're getting it packaged and trying to get to the APC depot. Look at the APC depot, it was just like his bloke and his son, it was dead in there. So it did actually take me 2 minutes to actually drop that off if it was packaged properly. So there you go, all done. One of the top 5 days I've ever had, but also comes with its problems. So I hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's gonna have a good week, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at some stage. See you later. Hello, welcome back, and it is Tuesday at just gone 2:30. So we're in Northampton this morning. Busy areas, a lot of industry. Northampton, Daventry, Milton Keynes, so quite a bit around there. I actually got a job from Wellingborough, which was not far from where I was. Picked that up at 9:30. Now I was going to Leyland, near Preston. It was actually going to Leyland Trucks. It's a bit like a JCB sort of an outfit in a way. There was a bit of waiting around there, so that was fun. Signing security, and I went round and went in a bay. And then he unloaded me and he goes, have you been to there's an office near the bay, the booking in office, so security in the main gate never told me to go there. So luckily the bloke was down here, he took the crate off. I had to get a sheet of paper to give to him, and then she stamped something neat, and the forklift driver signed it, so that was pretty good in the end. I was happy just to get further back north. and then I took another job, which was technically a little bit further from home really, which wasn't great, but obviously we're still early in the afternoon-ish, mid-afternoon, sorry, suppose. We're doing all right. 2:30. It was 3 miles from where I was going to. We said Oldham postcode. It's more Rochdale. It was to a prison, Buckley Hill, I think. Yeah, Buckley Hill Hall, not Hill, Buckley Hall Prison, and it was from Alliance Healthcare. It's just prescription medication. Must be obviously for an inmate. So he gave me a number, rang the person. He came outside, checked it was all there, signed the paperwork, and jobs are good. And so that's where we are now. Oldham, Rochdale way. Or something just a little one, even just in Manchester, or just a bit lower down, so it's not as far home. But I mean, it's been a really good start to the week, especially with yesterday's job and today's as well. So we're probably a little day ahead in earnings wise, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's it. I was trying to think of something else to say, but no, we're done. It looks like that's it for Tuesday at the moment. If anything else pops up, I'll be back. If not, we'll get on to Wednesday. See you later. Hello, welcome back, and it is Wednesday. So we didn't get anything else Tuesday, but actually it's probably the same distance home from where I was than when I ended up in the prison in Rochdale. So it'd been the same trip back there, but obviously got a bit more money to top up the day. So that was all right in the end. Just going to start on feedback. Obviously, I did a video how important it is. We already got 3 this week, which is a bit mental, really. In 3 days. Usually, usually it's steady, you know. But, you know, and 2 have written something. I think there's another point. If they're writing, you know, you've done a good job, which you obviously have, but not everyone writes everything, which is fine. Obviously, you're getting good feedback, so it doesn't matter. But I think when they write something, it really makes it a lot better, because people, then shippers, can actually read something as well. So, but, you know, how many jobs have I done? 6 jobs, 3 feedback. And one of them was when the job that on Monday, when I had a bit of a few hours in Newcastle, it picked up 4 minutes late when I advised him, and he gave me good feedback, so there was no issue there. So yeah, that's looking really good on the feedback front. So now we picked up a job this morning from Winsford, so that was ideal, because I live in Winsford, if you didn't know already. So that was good. We have a bit of industry, it's an industrial park and stuff, business park, so there is a little bit, and there's a few jobs come out of there. It's going to Rotherham. I took it because it was obviously local, but obviously if I got his Woodhead pass, and it's a bit of a nightmare. First he said 2 hours to do like just under 70 miles, like crying. Luckily Waze, trusty Waze, who we use 99% of the time, sorted it out, and it actually took 1 hour 35, so that was good. It said 9 pickup. I've been to this place before, I know they're open early, so got there at 8:30. It's just a box, and then got there, give it straight to him. So the dream pickup straight away in the van, get there, out the van, here it is, signed pod, and it was emailed and sent across already. So that was 5 minutes all in all with drop off and sending the pod across. So it's 10:30 in some part of Rotherham, obviously near Sheffield, Rotherham, and where else are we near? A lot of Yorkshire, so usually a pretty handy area to get work from. So we'll have to see what happens. So it's been a really good start to the week, and coincidentally I've done a week in a life and the work's picked up, so maybe keep doing the week in life videos, because last week, for context for people new, it's not like, oh look this is how good it is, because I've tried to be as transparent as I can. It's bad last week, well below average, because it just wasn't the work. This week there seems to be a bit more work, so see how we get on. Hopefully, see you later. Hello, I'm back. It's a bit of an unusual location. It's definitely not the van. It's probably not somewhere I filmed in my house before. Just somewhere I could prop the camera up. Oh, sorry, just washed my face. So yeah, where did we leave it? We're in Rotherham, weren't we? Where we're quite near like Sheffield and some part back end of Sheffield or top end of Sheffield, which way we want to look at it. I got a small job from Sheffield to Oldham or Rochdale. It's definitely Oldham. No, it's Rochdale. Yeah, it was Rochdale. It's like yesterday, in the same similar area. Just dropping 2 crates to a hospital. They had a delivery bay, and it was straightforward. Sometimes it says delivered to theatres. I've had them before, and you've been like big hospitals, and there's no where to take it, and it takes ages. So this one was a-okay. So in Rochdale Way, and because of Monday being 2 days, it's 2 days takings. Really, 2 days work in 1 day for takings wise. After VAT and stuff, we take the VAT off. Obviously, it's costing off, but I mean, for your target wise, after VAT and stuff, that was probably 2 days. So I'm ahead. Yesterday was still all right. Below daily target yesterday, but I was home and it wasn't a busy day. And today I'm home, as you can see, around just before 4 o'clock. And again, I wasn't breaking my back, but I'm still well ahead for the week, which is good. So we did get a job back to Tarpley, which is a village not far from it. It's where I went to high school. So it was only 5 miles from home. So, because I wasn't going to do much unless I could get Rochdale into Manchester and come home, but then still would have been 30 plus dead miles. Coming back this way, it was only 5. I had to drive 18, 17 miles to get it, but still better than driving back from Rochdale empty and no extra money. In general, I do call it a win if I'm usually coming back up north or coming back south, or coming from south, coming from north, coming back. As long as I get this side of Manchester for me and this side of Liverpool for me and Warrington and Runcorn, if I'm getting that, it's resulting as a result really. If I'm getting that close to home, obviously the bonus is getting to Winsford, which has only happened twice. And the first time I was in Glenrothes, so came miles away. It's just ridiculous. I honestly nearly dropped the phone. I dropped off, and then literally as I was dropping off, I was about 20 minutes from it. So Glenrothes to Winsford. I was like, you're kidding me. Obviously got good money going to Scotland, that way of Scotland, so got a good price going back. I did actually ring them. It's Speedy Freight says, but I just rang them. I thought, I can't not ring them here, and I got the job. So, but yes, there's not really many jobs that come back to Winsford. Tarpley's rare because obviously it's a village. So Runcorn, Manchester, Warrington, Liverpool, and we're all happy with that. So well ahead still. And tomorrow I do aim to stay out, because then Friday I'm just can do one job and then a little job when I get back north, or get back from coming from north, coming south home, or from south coming north home. So Thursday I do aim to stay out if I can, because then just coming home, probably this week, if I can go tomorrow, do distance and get good money for doing a couple of jobs, then if I can just get one home from wherever I am, if mid or far distance, then Friday will be a nice easy day. So that's usually my plan of attack. And again, it's not gospel, and if everyone does you do you. And me is usually Monday or Tuesday stay out and then do one back up. It's usually a Monday, to be fair, if I can. But obviously if I'm getting home any day, I'm always going to get home, especially if I've already got the money, or it's finishing late. If I can get home, I'll get home. So yeah, usually Monday, then Thursday, so come back Friday. Thursday the main one, because Friday, it's, for me personally, if you don't want to go too far, which you don't on a Friday, because obviously traffic is a mare, shooting about town, Manchester, Liverpool, and all, and, Yorkshire, as far as Yorkshire, you get stuck in all the traffic, and you're going to break your back really to try and get your daily target. So that's why I always try and go on a Thursday. Anyway, bit off track there, but there we go. So at home, 4 o'clock, everyone's a winner, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. See you later. Hello. It's Thursday. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm in Birmingham. Sorry if I offended any Brummies there. I do apologise. Actually, right next to Aston Villa's ground, up the Villa. I'll stop the bad accents. So I actually never job booked in, which was not ideal. But luckily I picked one up quite early. Well, eventually I picked it up at 10 to 9 from Crewe. Going to Fatcham near Newbury. It was just like a building site and a piece of steel that was missing, so telehandler they called, the big ones. Took that off and off we went. So that was pretty well paid job, top end of small van money. Well, no more than small van, you know. It's hard not to say figures, isn't it? But it was good money, very good money for the job that it was. So then one come up from, I forgot where it's bloody from. Oh, for God's sake. Andover. Yeah. Andover to Birmingham, which is where I'm now. That was just, I think they're going to be doing a shop fitting. This was just like a little garage they had, and this was the stuff to go in there for like everyday stuff they're going to need for brakes, and there was a refrigerator, some brushes, a bin, things like that, just supplies, just for use when they're not actually fitting the shop. So now it's a really good day, to be honest, with that job as well. 60, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking at 65 mile away from home, and I'm done more than my week's money already. I'm over daily and more in higher up weekly target, because obviously costs going up. So I'm over that now, and it's Thursday, so that's really good, really positive. And again, disclaimer, every week's not like this. As I said before, earlier in the week, last week was below average, because the traffic is a nightmare now. So I might hang on here till 6 or just before, let the worst of it die down, and I don't mind heading back really. Like I said, it's only the diesel. I know you've got depreciation of blah 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 blah, but it's dead 66 dead miles so it's my fuel, so you know, it's like, you know what, 10-12 quid, and I can take that hit, no problem at all. Or I'll get another job, or we'll see what happens. So that should be it, and we're back for fun day Friday, but nice relaxed Friday. Don't need to be going too far, just do a few odd jobs around town, around Manchester way, Liverpool way, Yorkshire, you know, them, try and stay in that kind of area, and probably bottom end of Birmingham, top end of Birmingham. It's like a little triangle. Not making much sense, I'm tired. So yeah, but I can stay nice and localish, and nice early finish tomorrow, I think. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later, or tomorrow. Hello, and it's Friday, and I'm finally done, just 20 minutes home. So today started with a pre-booked job from Widnes to Manchester. It's a bit more of a distance to go to Widnes for me, but I just wanted to get started. It's 8 o'clock pickup, so I wanted to get going, because obviously I'm just staying local today. But it was paid more money than, I got more money than the mileage it was, so it was alright. Alright little job. Just some wood and some wood, what was it? Wood. I don't know, 8 limbs of wood for something, I don't know. See, not quite as articulate as a switch on as Van on the Run. If you haven't watched Van on the Run, get watching Van on the Run if you want detailed, proper courier advice on the jobs he picks up, unlike me, just chucks it in and let's go. So yeah, I did that drop off straightforward, and because I had to be a bit picky with jobs, and because where I was like East Manchester, M40, it was difficult, because when there's a lot of competition, and the short jobs are a lot of the time, I'd say 90%, but a lot of the time they're going to be priced minimum charge jobs, and so everyone's going to bid very similar. So unless you're on top of it, it's going to be difficult to get it. Because I was far away from them, and they were going too far away, so it took me like nearly 2 hours to get a job. But when we got one from Spire Hospital Manchester going to Walton Centre in Liverpool, it's just a box, and Spire Hospital's got like a, it's a fizzy drink. It's got goods in and outwards bit, and it's only a small place, so that was easy. And the Walton Centre was only a small part outside the front, only one box. Went to the theatres, pressed the bell, there's your box, and off we went. Then just before I was about to leave, there was a job 10 minutes away, L33, going to St Helens. It was only like 8 mile, and I got the full the full minimum charge money for it. So obviously it was good pence per mile. It was a bit of a nightmare to find. It was like 10-12 minutes more than it should have done. The postcode on it was just like a reset. It's like a building, you know, with all this writing and everything there, but it's just like an office place. There's like a detailed thing. I said if I can insert it just to look at. I took a picture because it's nightmare. There's like, this is where to go, and it was on a one way, and it was just a pain to find. You had to go in someone else's yard, take a right, go right again, ring a number, and then when I got there, okay, just give us 5 minutes, mate. I was like, so yeah, but then it was straightforward. Forklift driver was just unloading someone else, came and unloaded me, and then I was gone. Then the last job of the day, yeah, well, I was run on to Manchester Airport, not the actual cargo centre, the Doubletree Hilton. It's alcohol. It was 20 miles loaded, I was 15 miles from it, so I just put minimum charge money in it, so it's still got the money for it. It's 15 mile away. I know I put £2 toll on it. I put it as actually an additional charge, and he agreed to pay that. Sometimes everyone goes, just put it in your quote and you'll be all right. I was like, well, no, sometimes I'll make it clear that's why it's an odd amount. So they paid that, so got the toll across. The Mersey Bridge, Gateway Bridge. That was an easy load. There's only like 8 boxes of the syrup for Coca-Cola and things like that, so that was pretty easy. Found where to drop that off. And then we, yeah, unload that was easy. Asked for reception where to go, found it around the back, and then jobs are good. And so that's that done now. Just filled up because the fuel prices have gone up again. Well, they have been coming down for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Now they put it up 4 pence or something like that. So make sure I filled up tonight. And cherry on top was a booking for Monday morning, going from Middlewich, which is the next town down, so that's local. 6 o'clock in the morning pickup, so handy. But it's to Bridlington. We've got very good money on it for a small van. I know obviously prices have gone up and people are charging more, which they should be. That's the correct thing to do, but still probably top end. So much that it can be, because you can just view price and it can be anywhere, can't it? It can be, you can get X pound a mile on small van jobs quite often, because it depends. There's no set tone to it, but for a longer distance job, I think it's quite good money, and you know, should hopefully be off by 9, and I'm in very good money already. So at 9 o'clock when the jobs will come through, no, it's probably not great up there, but we can trundle to somewhere else once I've weighed it up properly. Where exactly, I know where Bridlington is, but just need to weigh up where's the next best place to perch. So right, I'm going to drive home now. I've had enough. What is it? I've had enough of driving today. I'm driving this week, been very busy. And hope everyone's enjoyed it. Back having a week in life, and hopefully back again next week. So if you have enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, comment, criticise me for early in the week. I appreciate anything constructive. And subscribe if you haven't before, because hopefully I'll be uploading a few more videos. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.